How are you doing, everyone? We would like to take this opportunity to welcome you back to the Crypto Blitz, your home for all of your cryptocurrency needs. Triple Thin Winkle is your host for this event. I really hope that everyone is having a wonderful day. It is Saturday and the weekend has arrived. Is there anything more than that? I don't know why exactly. This week, there is a lot happening on in the cryptocurrency world. There is a statue of Satoshi Nakamoto now being constructed, and we are going to discuss XRP's prospects for price recovery and potential resurgence. I have an article that I have pulled up for you, and we are going to investigate Chris Larsen and his donation. We are going to get into the nitty-gritty of the lawsuit between Ripple and the SEC, as well as the appeal and what it means, because Jeremy Hogan breaks it all down for us perfectly. After that, we talked about a previous video, and although we didn't really get to cover it, we are going to talk about the investigation into USDT. Let's get our feet wet in a Bitcoin. $66,985 in total. Over the course of the last 24 hours, it has shed 1.5%. There was a total of 2,468 for Ethereum. At the moment, it is down to 2.6%. Currently, USDT is trading at 99 cents, as the USDC is now trading at $1. And the overall market capitalization of all cryptocurrencies is $2,293 million. The timing couldn't be more ideal for Ripple to launch its stablecoin at this moment. Tether's inquiry has at long last been completed. What is the number of years that have passed, and they are finally considering Tether? With the release of the RLUSD, which would be available on both Ethereum and the XRPL, the Ripple is going to be released. Don't get me wrong, it's almost as if it was predestined to happen. It's almost as if Ripple had some intimate knowledge of what was about to take place in order to tether any inquiry that could be taking place at this moment. As of right now, we have no idea whether the probe will yield any results. We are completely clueless about whether or if something could result from it. One could say that this is similar to the tiny hush-hush. Is that correct? I was wondering whether you guys have been whining about Tether and USDT for the past decade, if you know what I mean. It is our intention to perform our due diligence. When it becomes clear that they are not taking any action, we will launch an investigation. On the same day that they begin the inquiry, they already have the papers written up stating that the investigation has been completed. They do not observe anything underhanded. This might be one of those situations. Let's wait and watch how things turn out. This is now being put out by Brad Times. According to the Wall Street Journal, an investigation is currently being conducted on USDT Tether. Listed below is the tweet. Tether, a cryptocurrency company, is the subject of an investigation by the United States authorities. Also, here is an interview that Brad Times has uploaded to his channel for your viewing pleasure. There is only going to be a 36-second play. Hear what Brad Garlinghouse has to say. A positive outlook. It's true. I believe that there has been a. It is only that I am not really sure what it is. It is the only one that is going to be intriguing to watch, and I don't even know how he refers to a black swan. According to my understanding, a black swan cannot actually be predicted because, by definition, it is impossible for it to be expected. Oh yeah, I didn't see that coming to pass. It's true. The United States government is pursuing Tether as a target. I see. I have no doubt about that. To be honest, I consider Tether to be a really significant component of the ecosystem, but I am unable to accurately forecast the effects that this will have. Therefore, there is Brad expressing his belief that it is quite evident to him that the United States government is pursuing Tether. Excuse me while I say this. Where did Brad get the idea that this is the question? What information does Brad possess that we do not have? He was aware that he was being questioned about whether or not it was going to be another black swan incident. I mean, he's pretty much saying that the United States government is going to go at the Tether, and that absolutely all of the black swan events are going to go place. However, the one thing that we do not know, and no one else does either, is how this is going to have an effect on the markets. In addition, there is a possibility that there may be a negative influence, or that everyone will switch from using Tether to using other stablecoins that are now available. I mean, it almost seems as if the screenplay was created for Ripple to declare that they have a stable coin, and that it is going to be deployed on both of the two distinct networks. As you probably already know, we are aware of the origin of the funds. No, I am not sure. Everything seems to be falling into place in a way that is a little too perfect for me. This is what we end up with. The donation of 10 million XRP that Chris Larsen made to the Harris campaign has been disclosed. According to him, and I quote him, "I believe that the battle against cryptocurrency is finished, and we want to promote political leaders who are in favor of digital assets." That is something that we want to support in a way that is bipartisan. Look, I am completely in support of. The reason why Ripple is playing both sides in this situation is because they did just that. Ripple has made a bold and effective strategic move. What irritates me about this situation is that they gave 10 million XRP to me. Do you have any ideas on what the future holds for the XRP? In either case, she is not going to hold the XRP, and neither is her campaign going to have the XRP. All of the XRP is going to be thrown away. This is the thing that drives me crazy here. It is in his possession. Now that he has the money, he should just give it to her instead. In order to give it a price boost, they are taking a currency that was produced out of thin air and printed out of thin air, all of which we were able to drive value to, and he is handing her 10 million XRP. That is a complete mess. It is in your possession. Simply hand her some cash. The reason you are providing her XRP is because you are aware of what it signifies, and we require an additional 10 million cryptocurrency to be deposited into liquidity in order to annul their dump that they are going to take place on the market at this moment. Whether it be through a public exchange or otherwise when it comes to over-the-counter, it is going to make its way back to the market in some fashion or another, folks. Pay attention to Larson. This year you have established yourself as the cryptocurrency industry's single largest donor. Congratulations, Lars. What drove you to make such a significant contribution during this election cycle? Okay, first of all, we are grateful that you have us here today. While Senator Warren has been leading this incredibly stupid assault on cryptocurrency, this fight has been going on for quite some time today. And I believe that everyone has come to the conclusion that that was a significant error, which just led to a situation in which leadership was given to. If it had been in the United States, it would have been in Singapore and London. The consumers were not protected by it. Because of this, shady overseas operators such as FTX were able to take advantage of American customers. So that turned out to be a failure. But I believe that the good news that we are witnessing right now is that this support is coming from both the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, regardless of which party is elected to the White House. In my opinion, the crypto war is finally done. Additionally, we would like to support political leaders who are in favor of digital assets. In addition, we have accomplished this on the legislative side by means of fair shake. There is a super PAC that is bipartisan, and I believe that it is of the utmost importance that we do that in the presidential election as well, especially considering the fact that both parties are currently. The situation is likely to undergo a dramatic shift. One way or another, the crusade against cryptocurrency is going to come to an end. One way or another, the crusade against cryptocurrency is going to come to an end. Indeed, you did play both sides of the argument, so it is, without a doubt, you emerge victorious here. It turned out to be a really prudent approach. The Ripple against SEC litigation is brought to the attention of Jeremy Hogan. According to him, Ripple has submitted its notice of what specifically it is appealing, which consists of 4 most important grounds. Pay attention. The question of whether or not a contract for investment must truly be a legal contract. According to my point of view, Ripple is bringing the matter before the Court of Appeals, primarily for the benefit of the cryptocurrency industry as a whole, due to the fact that Ripple's direct sales of XRP were the subject of actual contracts. Even if Ripple were to win on the issues, it would not be able to avoid having to pay a judgment against it that was worth $105 million. However, if Ripple were to win on the issue, it would cripple the SEC's enforcement efforts. Attack will determine whether or not Ripple actually marketed XRP as an investment contract. This will be the case with regard to cryptocurrency. Ripple is able to re-argue all of the fundamental aspects of the Howey test as a result of this. 3. The fair notice defense that Ripple has been trying to use is revived. 4. The most intriguing aspect of Ripple's appeal is whether or not the injunction is detailed enough, given that it essentially states that the company must comply with the law. In the context of security law matters, this appears to be relatively typical, yet it does not make any sense as an injunction. The fact that Ripple would prefer not to have the injunction hanging over its company is another indication suggested by this. The battle lines, according to Jeremy Hogan, have been drawn. However, it is important to keep in mind that neither the SEC nor Ripple are able to release any new evidence. What exactly does that say? I hope you took the time to watch the first video of the day, because if you do, we will be able to travel even lower down. It is still possible that the price of XRP will fall to as low as 48 cents. There is only one situation in which you should begin to be concerned about the price of XRP, and that is if we see a price that is lower than 40 cents. I do not believe that we will ever get anywhere near 40 cents. This is the ultimate doomsday scenario. I don't believe you'll be able to find the strength to sweat it out. I believe that somewhere in the vicinity of 45 cents would be the absolute bottom zone. At the time that this video is being seen, we are currently at a balance of 51 cents. It was my expectation that Bitcoin would experience a comeback right around the range, and that this would be the point at where we would witness a bounce upward. But I constantly stress the importance of being cautious and keeping your thoughts in the back of your mind.